evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, January 21, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines this evening, Guyana's robust blue economy beckons with UK support. Major infrastructural works for PARFAITE Harmonie, President Ali tells residents. Gas-to-energy project can pay for itself. JAGDEO on loan. Stanleytown man caught with 28.6 kg ganja after attempting to flee cops, and Health Ministry to tackle postpartum depression among women. Now for the news in detail. We begin tonight's newscast by telling you that collaboration between the governments of Guyana and the United Kingdom to develop a maritime plan will now enhance the country's blue economy while fulfilling the agenda of a diversified economy. Rupasina joins us with the details.
On Friday evening, a reception was organized to celebrate the partnership between the governments of Guyana and the United Kingdom on the Maritime Economy Plan, a framework that would put the blue economy into focus with the availability of adequate resources for growth. The UK has a Blue Economy Fund and will be working with Guyana to achieve this. The Maritime Economy Plan came into focus when Guyana was developing its low-carbon development strategy, since focus needed to be placed on both the green and blue economies. British High Commissioner Jane Miller shared that this blue economy speaks to giving importance to the oceans and its resources for the prosperity of a country.
And the low levels of deforestation and more recently the selling of the carbon credits is something that we all feel incredibly proud of. But the low carbon development strategy is so much more than just the green economy. It's about the blue economy as well. And I'm proud that through the UK we've been providing support to articulate this blue economy. It's about sustainable fisheries, it's about biotechnology, it's about investing in rivers and investing in oceans so that they can help economic growth, create jobs, mitigate the impacts of climate change, and help food security.
Vice President Dr. JAGDEO underscored that sustainability is of critical importance on every aspect of the country's operations and governance. One challenge, however, has been advocating for the same importance for the blue economy as the green economy holds.
We have a long way to go in getting it recognized as an important tool area for fighting climate change. And then the blue economy in the context of the national planning process. So we have included that. We recognize that a blue or maritime economy can make a major contribution to the development of our country.
Part of the Maritime Economy Plan also focuses on sustainability, low carbon, resource efficiency, and social inclusion. Rupa Sinarain, The Evening News.
The loan that the government will eventually have to take to finance its portion of the gas-to-energy project can repay itself when natural gas liquids are sold from the project. Gerald Bryan has more.
Giving this update was Vice President JAGDEO in a side interview with journalists on Friday. He explained that the government will acquire a loan from an export-import bank to finance the gas-to-energy project. According to JAGDEO, the loan and their share of the expenses can be repaid from selling natural gas liquid.
The pipeline aspect, right, so it is through the sale of the liquids. So when we sell the liquids at the current price, we would probably get upwards of $100 million from the sale of the cooking gas and other liquids. That could repay the loan, the Exim Bank, and our share of the cost of it.
So far, it is known that the pipeline component of the gas-to-energy project will cost $1 billion. Meanwhile, the natural gas liquid and 300 megawatt power plants will cost US $759 million. Prime Minister retired Brigadier Mark Phillips had recently informed the National Assembly that the latter component of the project will be financed through budgets and loans. In fact, a whopping $43.3 billion from Budget 2023 has been allocated to advance the construction of this project and its associated facilities. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
We now tell you that President Dr. Irfan Ali recently told hundreds of residents of the PARFAITE Harmonie, West Bank, Demerara, that the community will soon undergo major infrastructural works and upgrade. Details in this report.
During a recent outreach of the community Thursday evening, President Dr. Irfan Ali disclosed that some 30 roads in PARFAITE Harmonie will be rehabilitated soon.
Our team over the next 2 to 3 weeks will be doing an assessment in the area. In that assessment, we want to pick up all the roads, the smaller roads. That has to be done. And what we want to do is to work with the contractors in the community in building back these roads as concrete roads. So in the next 3 weeks, you will see a lot of work going on in bringing up those roads.
The head of state also announced plans to expand the school to accommodate the growing student population in the community.
Because of the population of the area, the school is not big enough. So we are working now on a fast-track solution to get the school completed. Under the World Bank program, I think we are doing 2 schools in this community also. We have to ensure that the children have good facilities in the school, and we have to also build out the healthcare system. So one of the things that we have to invest in here too is the health centers.
Additionally, REX will also commence soon on the construction of a $1.4 billion water treatment facility in the community. The head of state instructed that more motorcycle patrols be placed in the community to address the high crime rate. The president has visited several communities across Region 3 on Thursday to discuss development with residents and their involvement in the process. Lawanda McAllister, The Evening News.
A male resident of Stanleytown, New Amsterdam, was nabbed on Friday night with 28.6 kilograms of marijuana following a high-speed chase that commenced after he evaded the police at Mahica, East Coast, Demerara. The suspect, 52-year-old Carlos Edwards, was eventually arrested at about 22:50 hours. According to reports, ranks of the Mahica Police Station's anti-crime patrol were on duty in the Helena No. 1 community when they observed the black motorcar HD 2099 overtaking several vehicles on the Mahica Bridge at a fast rate of speed. The ranks attempted to stop the car, but it sped away. The police pursued the vehicle and used their siren and loudhailer to indicate to the driver that he has to stop, but he refused. Instead, the vehicle sped into Jonestown and hit a GPL utility pole at Belmont, Mahica. The driver then lost control of the vehicle and it ended up in a nearby trench. The suspect exited the vehicle and again attempted to escape with 2 bulky bags but was apprehended. Ranks found him with 9 black plastic parcels and 3 transparent plastic parcels containing a quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. Edwards was told of the offense and escorted to the Mahica Police Station, where he was placed in custody pending charges. Coming up on the other side of the break, Special Constable among 3 arrested with gun and ammunition. Please stay tuned.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. A special constable and 2 other persons have been arrested on Friday night after they were found with a firearm and matching ammunition at Versailles, West Bank, Demerara. The discovery was made at around 23:45 hours after a police sergeant received certain information and stopped a white old model Ram motorcar PNN 6297 on the Versailles Public Road. A 28-year-old special constable of Port Drawing, West Bank, Demerara was driving the vehicle. The other occupants of the vehicle were a 30-year-old salesman and his 22-year-old girlfriend, both sitting in the back seat. The police sergeant then informed the occupants that he had received information that they have guns and ammunition in their possession, and he requested to carry out a search, to which they did not object. A bulky black shoulder bag was found on the floor of the vehicle behind the driver's seat, and when examined, a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol without serial number was found with 3 live matching rounds. Another small plastic bag had 3 9mm rounds inside. The police sergeant inquired from the occupants if any one of them was licensed to carry a firearm, and they said no. They also denied any knowledge of the firearm and ammunition. The 3 persons were arrested and are currently in custody pending further investigation. The Machinery Corporation of Guyana, MACORP Limited, on Friday hosted its 14th graduation ceremony at its Providence East Bank Demerara location for 9 persons who completed the company's Technicians Trainee Program. Lawanda McAllister joins us with the details.
The Heavy Equipment Training Program, which ran for 6 months, has an entry requirement of a certificate in electrical and mechanical studies from an accredited technical school. The certificate program caters to persons from different parts of Guyana, including Essequibo, Berbice, Linden, and Demerara. The MACORP trainers explained that the graduates were exposed to a comprehensive curriculum that will fully prepare them for the tasks ahead. The graduates were also encouraged to strive for the best and to remain disciplined so that they will be able to master their skill.
It is vital for us as artisans, as we call them, to ensure that we focus on the value of what technical education and technical knowledge has to offer. That value comes with the understanding of critical thinking. There is no way that we are going to achieve mastery without thinking critically. Remember, critical thinking is not to be critical, but is focusing on what you see, because some things may look one way, but it's to focus on what you see. It's to train your mind and to train your thoughts to think positively.
The new batch is expected to enhance the capacity of MACORP's labor force. The best graduating trainee was Daniel Sunarain from Currentine in Berbice. The second was Avinash Chinian. The third was Travis Alonzo. And the fourth was the lone female Rochelle Wells. Elijah Fraser was also awarded for demonstrating MACORP's core value, excellence, commitment, and teamwork. According to Sunarain, in his valedictory speech, he had to make many sacrifices to complete the program. This includes moving away from his family for 6 months.
We would have seen these applications and we would have made the sacrifice. From persons near, persons far, persons who would have had experience, persons who had no experience. We have all decided, okay, we see a company with potential and we would want to make a sacrifice for 6 months so that in the future or in the long run, we're going to be somebody great and we're going to make this company great. So we all, this 9 of us who are here, we made the sacrifice, and here we are 6 months later, graduating from a very prestigious program, and we are here to make MACORP great again.
Meanwhile, the CEO of the company, Guillermo Escarga, advised the trainees to use their knowledge wisely.
Feel that that power lies between you and is an enabler to improve your life. Never let anybody tell you otherwise. As a matter of fact, this is something that no one can ever take away from you. This new power that you have. But you also have a responsibility. If you don't observe those values that we have so dear to our hearts, you will fail. I'm telling you this much. You will fail if you don't observe respect, responsibility, accountability, teamwork, and all of those things that make this a great company. We live on the foundation of these values.
Luana McAllister, The Evening News.
An integrated program by the Ministry of Health will now focus on postpartum depression in expecting and new mothers by offering screening and resources to detect signs of PPD. Here is Rupasina Ryan again with the details.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony explained on Friday that offering comprehensive care in maternal health includes not only services during delivery, but during the prepartum and postpartum stages. This program was conceptualized after realizing that women in the country suffer from postpartum depression.
One of the things that we're doing is to improve the care that we give to mothers. So we have focused a lot on pregnancy, first, second, third trimester, to make sure that delivery is safe. But we also recognize that after delivery, some mothers would develop what is called postpartum depression. And we recognize this, and we want to create a program to prevent depression.
Dr. Anthony also clarified that depression can occur from as early as pregnancy and can last up to 12 months. As such, he cited the importance of screening and resources to address such symptoms.
From the scientific literature, what we know is that it doesn't start then. It actually would start in the first, second, or third trimester. Or it might have had an earlier genesis because some of these patients might have had a history with depression. So if that is the case, then when you're offering care, whether in the first, second, or third trimester, you need to ensure that you're also screening and checking for symptoms of depression during this period and to be able to manage that.
If depression is detected, the ministry is aiming to provide counseling and, in cases where needed, anti-depression medications. To roll out the program, primary healthcare workers will also be trained. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
We'll now take a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, January 22, 2023 at 5 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 16 hours 50 on Sunday, January 22, 2023, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now for the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI. For uncapped players in Guyana Harpy Eagles squad, this and more coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by Macorp.
Wash Bay operators, are you looking for that unique service to elevate your business? Well, come on down to your #1 industrial store, Sylvie's, and invest in an undercarriage pressure washer tool. That's right, impress your customers by now washing under their vehicles easy and efficiently with an undercarriage tool. We have in stock different types that offer a wider range of services and can increase your revenue without having to invest in expensive ramps. Your customers are going to leave satisfied. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High in Hatfield Streets location, we can deliver in and around Georgetown. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.